We could have honestly just saw the last rendition of the Southern Heritage Classic because we know Jackson State doesn't plan on continuing the game. And even Eddie George in previous comments has said he's not thrilled about playing the game. And look, goodbye and good riddance to the Southern Heritage Classic. If you ain't happy to see it gone, not necessarily the game, but just the production and the lack of production that took place on Saturday in the 2022 version of the game, you should want it gone too. Let's talk about it after the bumper. Stay tuned. What up, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr here with the Black Boss channel and Victory Formation. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload every single day. We're on the road to 4K, so continue to subscribe. The Southern Heritage Classic, it was an entertaining game. A 16-3 win for Jackson State. Coach Prime got the victory over Coach Eddie George and the TSU Tigers in the 30-something edition of the Southern Heritage Classic that took place down in Memphis. And as we know, the Southern Heritage Classic, as we currently know it, is inevitably over. Coach Prime already said this will be the last time Jackson State played in the game under its current format. As far as the contract structures and things like that, there's lawsuits, there's all kinds of stuff going on. And we expect the SWAC Classic to take place in its place for Jackson State, at least in the year 2023-24 moving forward. Now, here's the thing. Here is why I'm like goodbye and good riddance to the Southern Heritage Classic. Simply because the broadcast production was piss poor, if you want to call it a broadcast production. What took place, the fact that we had to watch 3 hours of no tickers, no first down lines, no broadcasters, no commercials, no nothing. No, absolutely nothing. It was putrid. It was awful. We got a couple of different camera angles. I mean, I guess that was the one good thing. But it was so bad for a game of this magnitude, for a game in person that saw 50,000 people show up to a city that neither one of these teams play in. TSU's in Nashville. Jackson State's in Jackson. 50,000 people showed up to this game. 2 NFL legends, 2 NFL all-time greats coaching on the sideline. 2 really good teams. It's 16-3. It was a competitive game through and through. Jackson State was 9-3 until the fourth quarter. They had scored at the end, they scored a touchdown to kind of seal it away. And yet, the broadcast production, where we didn't even have people in the booth, didn't even have announcers in the booth. You didn't have lower third graphics, no kind of CGI, no graphics at all. No first down markers, no line of scrimmage markers, no nothing. No time of possession. It doesn't tell you the time, how much time is on the clock. Nothing. Literally just about 2 or 3 cameras, shoot and press record. And somebody was pressing the button to switch between camera 1, 2, and 3. Now, as a broadcast person, it drove me up a wall, and because of different things, I haven't been able to come on here and talk about it. But oh my gosh, this game, it could have been on. It could have been on HBCU Go. It could have been on HBCU League Pass Plus. It could have been on ESPN, Fox Sports, NBC, ABC, any NFL network, anything and anywhere. But thank God it is over. Because if that, Mr. Southern Heritage Classic, I almost said Mr. Fred Jones, that is his production. If that is the best that you can give us and something that you expect, I mean, pretty much the world is expecting this to be the last one in this capacity. The last time we see Tennessee State versus Jackson State in Memphis in what's known as the Southern Heritage Classic. That's the best that you could give us. Now, was it because it wasn't like that in 2021? You got it on ESPN. You got the real broadcast coverage. You had, I'm pretty sure Tiffany Green and Jay Walker was on the coverage. You got that in 2021. Was this production or lack thereof on YouTube? Couldn't find the link. Just all kinds of messed up. Was that out of frustration towards Jackson State? Was that your way of, giving it to Coach Prime, giving it to Ashley Robinson, giving it to the Jackson State football program, giving it to Coach George and TSU? Was that your way of like a protest? Like, yo, to hell with y'all because y'all leaving my event. And so we're going to give you a shitty product on the broadcast end for the folks who aren't there in person. I mean, was that a thing? Because over 20,000 people were watching on YouTube. Probably another so many thousand on Facebook. And it would have been more, hell, if it wasn't even easily accessible at the start of the game. A lot of people probably missed the first quarter or whatever of the game just trying to find the damn game. So was that Fred Jones, the Southern Heritage Classic Committee, was that their way of like sticking it to Jackson State, sticking it to TSU for leaving the event, leaving the game starting next year? I don't know, man. But goodbye and good riddance to the Southern Heritage Classic as we currently know it, because if that is the product that you're going to put out there, whether it's out of spite or not, just for the simple fact that you're willing to attach your name to that product, that low quality garbage product, thank God it's over. Thank God it is over. We got robbed of an experience of a really good, highly competitive game. I mean, this game was 9-3 in the fourth quarter. This game final score was 16-3. The JSU defense is only giving up about 2 yards per play. That is just a story in itself. And the Tennessee State defense is hard hitting. Coach George is building a juggernaut in Nashville. And I'm going to talk about that in a different video. He's really building something very special. I mean, those boys hit hard on TSU. They was laying the law, hitting hard. Number 3 was flying all over the field. I mean, the quarterback, Draylon Ellis, is going to be a ball player. He is going to be a real player, like a real player, by the time his career is finished in Nashville. But goodbye and good riddance to the Southern Heritage Classic. I'm so glad that we never have to be put through a production like that ever again. Because you got to think, man. You got to think this is a marquee matchup of two of the best teams in all of FCS football. Tennessee State is predicted to win the OVC and FCS conference. Jackson State is predicted to win the SWAC and just is coming off an undefeated SWAC season and looking to head back to the Celebration Bowl. These two are coached by NFL legends. Deion Sanders, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Eddie George, 4 or 5-time Pro Bowler. Heisman Trophy winner in college football Hall of Fame. And so a lot of eyeballs, a lot of people wanted to see this game. And a lot of people did see this game. And for that to be your product that you presented to the world with these high stakes, with these high teams, these teams deserve so much better. These coaches deserve so much better. The fan bases of both programs with rich history deserved so much better. And that's why I'm glad it's over. Because we all deserve so much better than the product that was displayed to the world and that can never go away. Even if when you want to go rewatch the game or rewatch the highlights, shout out to Cut Day, he cut up some really good highlights. That is what you're going to see. And that's unfortunate. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you happy that the Southern Heritage Classic, as we currently know it, is over? I sure am. After watching that broadcast, if you want to call it that, I sure in the hell am. My name is JeffLightsyJr. with the Black Boss Channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, JeffLightsyJr. Also, hit that thumbs up button, and you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JLightsy7. That is Instagram and Twitter at JLightsy7. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Peace.